Hi golfers, Pat Gorman here, bringing you another super simple drill. And I really like these indoor exercise drills because then you can do them year round. You can make them part of your workout routine. In fact, this video was really spurred on by when I was finishing up my workout. And I always go through my putting drill, as you can see with the putting mat. But then I was starting to do my full swing over the mat, and I thought, wow, this would be a great video, so here I am. So it goes something like this. I'm starting right here, and now all these dots are 1 foot apart, so these two golf balls are 2 feet away from where I'm starting. The goal is definitely number one, we want to improve our contact. When you hit it more flush, the game is just a lot more fun. And then obviously we want to be improving with our direction. So I'm going to use the lines on this putting mat to help me with my takeaway, the path of the golf club as well. So the exercise that I do, I'll go one-handed. I go left hand. I like to take my right hand and put it up against my left tricep to keep it snug against my torso. That forces me to rotate. So I'm starting here. And the other thing I want to highlight is this tee that I have in the butt end of the club. This is a very important reference point that you're going to see here in just a little bit. So I'm taking my grip, taking my stance, and so I want to highlight that the butt end of the club or the tee is at my stomach. And so the first thing I'm doing is I'm just going to go back. I want to go back just to that ball. So I want to feel like my path is essentially going right over that ball. So it's straight away. Yes, it's gradually arcing in, but the tee is still at my stomach. Now as I keep rotating, the tee would point at that ball. That's really important because that tells me that now the shaft is on plane, it's on a good path. And then as I'm starting my forward swing, I want to feel a little footwork in my core. The swing is very dynamic, so we want to feel like we're letting our feet and core get a little head start. Now the tee has to come back to my stomach, so look how I'm rotating that back to my stomach. You slicers, you're doing this. Look where the tee is. Look at the club face. Right field bleachers all day, every day. So I'm starting over right here. Good takeaway. And I get the feeling, and I can see it, that the club head is still outside my hands. That's a great feel just a couple feet into the takeaway. Now as I continue to rotate, the tee has to go to the ball. A little footwork, core, turn the tee to my stomach. And as I continue, I want to let the toe of the club rotate to the target. You can see I'm going right over that golf ball. And look where that tee points, back to the ball. Now you can see I'm just doing a half swing. This is not meant for any speed. This is about getting the visual and the feel. So I want to see it and I want to feel it. I'll do a couple sets of 10 with each hand, just going at about this speed. And for me, I have to really focus on this right side of the arc into the ball. My tendency is I get here and I get a little quick and I can drop it and I can drag the butt end just a little bit so I come a little too far from the inside and I block it. So whenever I see that, I know that I'm just working through this right side of the arc. I'm a little late in getting the butt end to come back into my stomach. So I'm doing that very slowly here, and I want to feel how I'm turning the butt end of the club or that tee into my stomach. But look at how my feet and my core, they're still working. I've seen so many golfers where they get so fixated on a ball and hitting at a ball that they'll go like this, and then their feet and legs just stop. And then that's how we chunk it, drop kick, we're sculling it. It just creates a lot of problems. So when you're doing these drills, you want it to be very dynamic. You want to stay in motion. If you're throwing a ball, you don't throw a ball and then freeze your legs and then throw. There's always in motion. So we're doing the same thing here. Tee's back to my stomach. The toe is going to the target. The tee is back to the ball. Now I'll do that with my right hand as well. Same thing. Then I'll put both hands on. So now I'm just going the same, and it's as you can see, it's a very slow motion, gradual feel, but this is a big deal for me right here. Just getting the feel right here, essentially straight away. I'm using my shoulders, arms as shaft, and then now as I continue to turn my chest, watch the buttons on my shirt, I'm gonna point the T down. Now a little footwork. Okay, now right side of the arc, I gotta turn the T back to my stomach, and there I am. So that's a really good drill to work on. Again, indoors is nice because we're not concerned with hitting anything. So we're gonna have a much better chance of being focused on the feel and the visual, and that's really important. I would suggest doing a couple of sets of 8 to 10 with each hand and then with both hands. So you get in roughly, let's say 16. If you did a set of 8 a couple times, 16, you got 48 reps in. And this is gonna do so much for improving your ball striking. Like I said, when you hit it more flush, it's more fun, and you should be hitting it straighter. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those below. Thank you, subscribers, and all of you who share my videos. It's very much appreciated. Until that next golf shot, enjoy the process and the fun of improving.